Good evening. Welcome to 7 News. Perth's CBD has once again been swamped with thousands of anti-vaccine and anti-mandate protesters. But for the first time, opposing sides of the COVID debate have taken to the streets at the same time.
Police were out in force as the mixed crowd marched to Elizabeth Quay for the worldwide rally for freedom. But today's demonstrations were mostly peaceful. Joey Catanzaro was there.
A massive march against mandatory vaccinations. Thousands screaming to be heard, thousands refusing to listen. This is a mob versus medicine. Angry, frustrated demonstrators from every demographic, from families to far-right fringe groups. Most came to peacefully make their point. Others descended into thuggery and intimidation. They call themselves pro-choice, and they call this a freedom rally. It's hard to say how many attended. It's safe to say they won't trust any estimate made by police or by 7 News.
Every time we come here, everyone says, tell the truth. Tell people how many people are actually here. How many do you think are here?
Well, I reckon there'd be a fair few, but...
How many though?
I can't tell, but there's more than a couple of thousand.
It's not the first anti-vaxxer protest in Perth, but it was by far the biggest, short on trust for authorities, with no shortage of alternative truths, signs, stickers, speakers and slogans.
What does it say?
Pure blood.
Pure blood. And what does it stand for?
It means that we're not compromised. We've still got pure blood.
More people, more anger, more conflicting facts and versions of the truth than there has been at any other point during the pandemic.
I have got evidence myself. I'm a trained dental hygienist. I've got a medical background.
For kids, it's extremely unlikely to get a bad case of COVID or long COVID or anything. Have you seen the stats?
A child under the age of 10 died in Victoria last night.
Of the vaccine? Or of COVID? Well, I don't have any papers in front of me on that, do I?
Some have genuine concerns about losing their jobs if they refuse the jab.
My income has been threatened, my livelihood has been threatened, and my children have been threatened, and now my grandchildren have been threatened through not having a choice.
Many here say they will lose their livelihood before they get vaccinated, but they are furious they're being forced into making this choice.
People should listen to what you're saying tonight on Channel 7 News.
Yes, they should, because...
But how can that be the case because you were screaming fake news at me before?
Well, because you're not... I bet you don't present that tonight on the TV.
Some believe COVID isn't real. Others believe the vaccine gives you COVID. Others genuinely are just concerned about their rights and prepared to put it to the test.
They never announced the number of people that have died and suffered all sorts of disabilities.
In this crowd, conspiracies are contagious. Some chose reason to make their point, others rage.
You are the liar! You are the manipulator!
Where do you think all this anger logically plays out in the future?
Families are here, mate.
You keep lying. Where do you think all these people's anger is going to be directed?
Are you threatening me?
No, I'm not threatening you, but what do you think is
going to happen? Like you're threatening.
What do you think is going to happen? All these people lose their jobs. They can't feed their families. What do you think is going to happen?
Let him do his job.
Among the protesters, Proud Boys, a far-right extremist group.
Yes, it is exactly like Nazi Germany.
But there are actual Nazis over there. They're called Proud Boys. They're neo-Nazis.
Strange allies in a protest where comparisons to Nazi Germany were prolific.
To fight the Nazis, the greatest threat to freedom at the time, there were mandatory rules put in place. Conscription.
What mandatories?
Conscription.
Vaccines, which kill you.
The truth is more than 80% of West Australians have now had their first COVID vaccination, but everyone here seems extremely angry about the prospect of being forced to have theirs.
In Yagan Square, a different type of protest, pro-vaxxers, just a handful of them.
A lot of them are just COVID conspiracy theorists, and it fits with the sort of far-right trajectory of the rallies, really.
Among their banners, left-wing slogans. The left, the right, not much room for middle ground.
Anti-fascist, pro-vax! Anti-fascist, pro-vax!
Joey Catanzaro, 7 News.